Today we are in conversation with someone really important, a diplomat, a really good cook, Mr. Dov Steinberg. Hi, Dov.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well.
You love Indian food, I'm told.
I love Indian food.
And you've just been to Kerala.
Came back yesterday.
Okay.
I'd been to Kerala several times, but I love to go again and again. And one of the reasons is food as well. Food is superb in that part of India. And I can tell you that I tasted yesterday something very new. Fish in banana leaves.
Okay.
Which I never had before in my life.
Okay.
And the taste was so superb that I went to the chef and I asked him to get the recipe.
Okay.
And I got the recipe and I will try next week to cook it at my home.
And let me tell you, the taste was because of the banana leaf.
I'm sure that the banana leaf gave it a special flavor.
A special flavor.
That we
so
don't
imagine
get in Israel, yes.
if the banana leaf can give so much of flavor and taste. Have you tasted our bananas?
Definitely. They are superb.
They are superb.
Yes.
Is it anywhere different from other bananas that are found in your country?
Israel has different varieties of bananas, but I found here, especially when I went to the south, different kinds that I never saw before, like the red bananas or the very small yellow bananas, which are very sweet and very tasty.
Okay, and do you have any special banana recipe that you would like to share with us?
You know, bananas are an important fruit in our culture as well, because we grow bananas in Israel. But I don't have a special recipe. But on the same time, we have other recipes. You know that food in Israel is very diversified due to
Like
the
India,
fact
I
that
guess.
very much so. And this was again another thing that I explored after arriving to this country. That food here is so diversified. Before coming here, I was sure that Indian food is Indian food. You know, it's very simple and unique and so on. And living here in this country, I realized that it's diversified. Food in the north is very different than food in the south. Food in the east is different than food in the west, and so on. Like in Israel, which is a country of so many cultures, so many traditions, so many ethnic groups. So food in our part of the world is also very diversified.
But as a country, Israel is quite new.
Yes, Israel was created in 1948, but still has some traditional food.
Right.
Whether it's, if we can speak about Jewish traditional East European food, which came from East and Central Europe.
Right.
Jewish food which came from North Africa. Jewish food which came from the Middle East, and so on. Even Jewish food which came from India.
Okay, and you're telling me Israelis, the first generation Israelis, are called Sabras.
Sabras. I can speak about myself. I'm a first generation in Israel. I was born in Tel Aviv. Both my parents came from Europe after surviving the Holocaust. And I'm a Sabra. And Sabra in Hebrew means a fruit of a cactus. And usually we say that Israelis are very much like the fruit of the cactus. We are very prickly from the outside, but still very sweet from the inside.
With your schedules being so tight, being a concert journalist is quite a handful, you still love cooking. Why is that?
This goes many years back. We in our family love to cook. Everyone loves to cook. And food in our tradition, in the Jewish tradition, also in Israel, is very important. Lots of things are around cooking and food, so much as I discovered in India as well. And since a very young age, I learned to cook from my mother, from my grandmother, and so on. And later on, when I became a diplomat, I realized that cooking is, on one hand, very relaxing.
Yes.
Because after a long day, if you have the time, you can come home and cook and relax and invite your friends to enjoy what you prepared. On the other hand, I found another interesting factor. I have many friends, diplomats, whether colleagues of mine from Israel or other diplomats, and I found that many of them are good cooks.
Diplomats, good cooks.
Yes. And I asked myself several times why. What's the reason? And I came to the conclusion that in diplomacy, you can put lots of efforts. Until you see results, it can take 10, 15, 20 years, if at all. Where in cooking, you put efforts and you see the results right away. So it's a way to compensate yourself.
You need to compensate yourself.
Definitely.
That's really interesting. But do you think cooks can become good diplomats?
That we'll have to ask the cooks. But why not? Why not?
And why not?
Why not?
No, I think being a chef, you learn the art of patience. You need to be very patient when you are cooking, you need so much time, you need to relax yourself. That's when the best results are. I think cooks can become good diplomats.
Definitely.
Maybe I'll come to Israel and taste your food there.
You'll be more than welcome. We'll be very happy to have you there.
Okay. Coming back to banana, since you've just come back from Kerala, God's own country, what kinds of fruits are grown in Israel now?
We grow in Israel many varieties of fruits and vegetables. As a matter of fact, our food is based a lot on vegetables, fruits, and so on. We grow almost whatever exists in the world grows in Israel. The climate is suitable for everything. We started our way many years ago as a big citrus growers. We were one of the biggest exporters to Europe. Jaffa oranges were very famous in Europe and the States for many years. Slowly, we shifted to other kinds of crops. Now we are focusing mainly on exotic fruits and vegetables, which can give us good prices in the European markets, flowers as well, and so on. But you can find different varieties. Not just that. Israel, the Israeli agriculture is very well known all over the world. We have developed different varieties of fruits and so on. For example, our scientists are working now on tomatoes, square tomatoes.
Square tomatoes.
Which will be very easy to pack and so on. We already have tomatoes which grow in the desert in salty water, and they are the sweetest tomatoes I've ever tasted before in my life.
Sweetest tomatoes?
Sweetest tomatoes in the desert with salty waters. We also developed apples, which can grow in the desert. After all, almost half of Israel is desert, so we had to develop different varieties of fruits that can grow in these conditions.
Right.
And we have this apple which we call Anna apple, and it's there for the last 20-25 years.
Interesting. In a touch of turmeric, we always try and go back in time to find all the goodness that Indian food has to offer us. Square tomatoes? Futuristic indeed. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you very much.